Hi guys, it's been a while since a review and I thought I would review my new toy, which is a new Sony Vaio T-Series laptop. It is the touchscreen model and I got it just before the end of financial year and just thought I would run you guys through it. It is a Core i5 ultra low voltage processor with 4GB of DDR3 low power RAM and a 128GB solid state disk out of the box. And it is not the thinnest Ultrabook on the market, and that was fine by me because I don't like them too thin, to be honest with you. Makes it a bit hard for typing. As you can see on this side, there is a USB 3 port, a USB 2 port, the charging port, and one great thing is the underside has full access to the battery. This is the battery compartment, and also to the memory slot. And amazingly, you can actually put a second SATA 3 drive, whether it be a solid state or a mechanical drive, in here, because the onboard solid state drive is I think it's a PCIe card drive, so it doesn't take up the standard slot. Other than that, the design is quite nice. There was some that complained that it was too sharp. I haven't experienced that at all. I figure they complain that the edges here are quite sharp, but I haven't really had any problems with that. It's quite comfortable to use. The hinges are quite sturdy, which is good news. As you can see, it will open up nicely, and as you can see inside, it is quite a nice looking unit too. You have the Chiclet keyboard, the multi-purpose with gesture swiping touchpad, power and some additional function buttons up the top, and the keyboard is quite well spaced. The keys aren't too close to each other. I actually find it really comfortable typing on. The keys could have a little bit more travel in them, but you know, you can't really complain for an Ultrabook of this sort of size. You know, it's not going to be like a Lenovo keyboard, but it is quite fast to use thanks to the SSD drive. We're just going to turn it on now. And that's it. And that's straight into the desktop using a applet called Pokey, or Pocky, however you pronounce it. And it gives you back a Windows 7 style start bar, and gives you some of the old functionality back. Some familiarity there. If you don't like the Metro wall, you can look at all your apps right through there, and then you can also go to the Metro wall so that you don't lose that functionality either. I quite like the Metro wall, to be honest with you. I don't think it's fair that it gets the criticism it gets. I think Windows 8 as a system is actually really good. Very fast, much faster than Windows 7 on the same systems, and it really makes good use of a system's resources. As you can see, this is not a overly powerful machine. It's an i5 ultra low voltage, but it's quite snappy. The touchscreen is quite responsive. 2 fingers, you can zoom. So things load up pretty quickly. That's the app, Pokey, for Windows 8. If you want to get some start menu functionality back, I do recommend it. And then just to give you a demonstration of how quick this thing is to load up applications, there's Word. See, and now when you hit the start button, it will bring back the familiar start bar from the bottom of the screen. It won't take you back to the Metro wall, which was a little bit of an annoyance, I must admit. You can also use the touchscreen during desktop viewing. So you can see it is quite snappy thanks to the SSD drive. Again, this is only an i5, ultra low voltage, so it's not the you can't really compare it to a desktop, but even so, you find that it is really more than useful. And productivity wise, this machine is fantastic because it comes with a full size, which I didn't show you before, comes with a full size VGA port, HDMI port, and also a full size Ethernet port. So there's no need to be running any adapters to plug your machine into external monitors or to plug into an Ethernet port if you are if you're in an office job or you need to plug into an Ethernet where there's no Wi-Fi available. The Wi-Fi on that matter is an Intel Pro Wireless Wi-Fi card, which I always find to be most reliable cards on the market with the best amount of range, and just comparing it to several other laptops and devices I've got, provides much better range than any of the others, and also better throughput. If you want to know more about throughput, you can check my other review of the Netgear DGND 3700 modem, which will explain more about how that works. Overall, guys, I am really impressed with this unit. It was bought here in Australia for around about $850, which is a steal for this specification of machine. I mean, the nearest competitor to look at specification wise is probably the Asus SC400. The only difference is the SC400 does not have a proper SSD drive in it. It uses a caching drive and still runs a traditional mechanical disk. This offers the full 128 8GB SSD drive with the i5 processor and this really nice outer aluminium case, and I think for the money it's pretty hard to beat. I haven't had any of the issues that others have brought up in relation to the fan noise. I think the fan noise has been quite quiet and hasn't been annoying at all, and the touchscreen hasn't given me any problems yet either. So I really can't see just yet what others are complaining about, so that might happen down the track, but for the time being I'm very happy with the unit. And just to give you an idea of the instant on Intel claims, we'll just wait for it to cycle down. Just turn it back on now. Bang, and it's in. So overall, very speedy system, really good price, great features, ticks all the boxes for me, and I really like it. I hope you enjoyed this review. Hopefully there'll be more to come. Thanks a lot.